All right, here we go. We're doing it. We're behind my house. I don't care. The world's already over, and I'm already dead. I'm Avery, here with Gladiator Fab. I build stuff. I build a lot of things, and I like to travel through the ether. And I meet a lot of people while traveling through the ether. This is a new friend of mine that I met via the internet. So this is going to be an interesting conversation.
Well, you met me beyond the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slightly beyond the void.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so you guys know, we haven't really had a in-person interview at all. So this is 100%.
Not even with Matt?
Oh, with Tribe, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I call
Yeah,
him
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
because I've just known him
Tribe,
for a long time.
Matt, yeah.
Okay.
I've worked with him in the past. I've not worked with you in the past. So if you can
Well,
let
you were at my event.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
he didn't fill in the blanks there. He's just like, "Yo, bro, come to this thing." I'm like,
Hey,
"Oh, okay.
Matt.
Tribe, what's up, dog?" Yeah. But yeah, if you could please tell us who you are. Who is Matt? What is Tribe? What's going on?
Matt, I met at like a rave at like 5 a.m. in 2019.
Do tell.
It smelled like mold and cigarettes in there.
We love it.
But there was a stripper pole. They were playing Sega on the walls. I know that.
Sega Genesis?
Yeah. Like that, whatever that dolphin game was, like that Echo Dolphin. I don't know. That was weird. Weird times. But anyways, yeah, I met him there and we both like Bass Nectar. And then
Basshead. Yeah, dude.
yeah, I mean, I know he started into like being a DJ recently, and then so I've been an event planner for 7 years, and last year I decided that because I was an artist for 3 years that I would just do my own art events. And so Matt DJ'd at the first art event that I had at Sacred Waters, North Olmsted, which was the one that you were at.
I see.
That you filmed.
I see.
But you didn't say hi.
Because homie didn't tell me who you were. He just my perspective.
Okay.
Hey, yo, my friend's hosting this thing. You should come out. You should bring your camera. I'm like,
Yeah.
All right. Yo, who's your friend? Then just kind of lost in the sauce,
Terrible.
mingling again through the ether.
That's
I
okay.
get it. That's
It
just how
happens.
event production and promoting goes.
We
I
meet
also
our
used to be
connections when we are meant to.
Yes, exactly. And then like
Yeah.
I see where you guys are coming from. Before I was doing the trades full time, I did a lot of event planning through like my mom's church, and then I was also like a wedding DJ for a long time, doing bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, other like special event weddings, even like corporate gigs.
Okay,
too.
so that's how you got into what you're doing now, whereas like the art and the filming and stuff, like based off of just what you saw at events and planning events, yes?
I was into the art before I got into the events. Yeah.
Sure.
It's just like I wanted to go to school for like film production and media, but of course at that generation in time, I'm 30. I turned 30 in May.
Okay.
So when I graduated in 2014, everyone's like, you can't get a job in film. You'd have to go to
Okay.
Cali.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like, go to
yeah.
college, get a real job, do this and this and this. And I'm like, dude, I film skate videos with people. Like, my friends are in Sundance. Some of my buddies right now won an award for the Cleveland Sundance stuff. What's up, Patrick Mona and Michael Pohenick and everybody else from Wycliffe. But yeah, I went to Lakeland Community College. I tried to do the digital media courses. And I'm going to be very blunt with you, dude. Everything to me felt very superficial. And from my
College, you mean?
college and specifically that program itself seemed
Okay.
very superficial.
Okay.
And then once I was able to like branch out a little bit, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could approach this just off of networking alone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily need a degree to go buy a camera and then film friends.
Oh no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So then I'm like, there's a weird level of like leverage going on here. Then I was in like 2 or 3 different bands. I lived in Kentucky and Cincinnati for a long time, playing down there, like OTR area, if you're familiar, over the Rhine.
my friends that convinced me to go to college, and I was like, this is a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't gonna do anything for me. Like, this is just a piece of paper. I don't believe in this whatsoever. And they were like, no, you have to, because you deserve better, and this will open up other doors for you. So I went.
Yeah.
And I worked like 50 hours a week while I was in school full time, and it was absolutely bonkers, and it was totally stupid. And I used to like joke with my friends, like, oh, maybe I'll get hit by a car and that'll like pay for my student loans.
Because it's a lot, dude.
Yeah, but then I did.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Manifesting.
Yeah.
So
that's divine intervention at its finest, dude. You
well,
know?
it's not intervention, that's manifesting. But like, yeah. So I mean, like, I get what you're saying, where it's just like, this doesn't, like, because I feel like there are people in this world, and you might be one of them just based on what I'm hearing, is that you are ahead of the curve from everybody else. So you're clocking shit before, like, way before anybody else is. So you are understanding in the world, like, no, actually, I don't need to abide by your rules.
Just send it.
And I can figure this out myself, because I have that capability in myself, and I
Right.
will show you that I can.
Right.
But the rest of the world, I feel like, really didn't catch up to that until like recently, maybe within the last 5 years.
Dude, I
Probably
think it was
within,
like
last
COVID.
3.
It might have been COVID. Because more people
Yeah.
are like, oh, I do have free time. I can have a hobby.
Well,
You know
I
what I-
think
you know
I
what
mean
I
the thing
mean?
about COVID was like we were all. I mean, like, if you take me for example, like, I had a job downtown on Public Square where I was assisting like the upper ups of our company, like super like. You know, of like a Fortune 100 company, and like wearing pencil skirts and running around, and like I wouldn't have never. I was dressed like this when I went to like concerts and stuff, but like I didn't dress like that like normally, like regularly. Like I wasn't who I was. I was like cosplaying as this person.
Yeah, did you feel like you were being judged by your employer or society, I suppose?
Yeah, but I think that was more so like imposter syndrome.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
See.
So the thing about the pandemic was like that kind of broke us out of our like scripts that we were playing, and was like, hey, by the way, you can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
Just saying.
Like, because before they were like, you can't work from home, and then we were like, ha ha ha, yeah, we can, you know. And so that just kind of like, it broke like our minds interpretation of like what time was and what rules
Yes.
were and what like our purpose was, and that's kind of like led us to where we are now. But yeah, to answer your question, absolutely, it was I mean, I don't know if I was like being judged by them, because I many times over my life, like, I've pushed the envelope to like see how far it is that I could be myself and get away with it, because before I did not know that I could get away with it.
Being authentic.
Yeah.
Your most authentic self, members. Yes.
Well, no, my family's weird.
employees. Are they like open-minded individuals?
Maybe.
Are they equally as authentic, I suppose?
Well, I thought about this recently, and I would say, like, if I could describe my mom, it would be like the same energy as Britney Spears' Instagram. And then my dad, I don't want to give him too much credit, but he is a lot of the reason of like why I'm like this. Like, he took me to my first 3 concerts were Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
And then Joan Jett, where I was like 10 years old, and he let me go off by myself in the crowd, and like I caught the guitar pick. And then like my 3rd concert was Creedence Clearwater Revival, where we like met the band backstage.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's fucking
It is
dope.
cool. It is cool.
That's dope.
And then
dude.
like he helped, like, I mean, you might have seen me, sorry, I'm info dumping, so forgive me, but like when this is a bigger rabbit hole. Okay, sorry. So I moved around a lot when I was a kid, and I went to a lot of different schools. But like in middle school, like my dad had a fairly decent job, and he decided that he wanted to send us to private school. And I was like,
oh, really? Wait, so are you
Yeah.
so, like, this is not Cleveland, not Ohio?
It was in North Ridgeville,
Okay.
which is like Lorain County, like West Side.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, they were judging me because I like Spice Girls. Like, they just didn't, Yeah, and like I'm like, there's nothing demonic about Spice Girls. Like,
Yeah.
knock it the fuck off. Anyway, their curriculum that they had lined up was like much more difficult than what I was accustomed to, and I wasn't really sure how to navigate that as like a younger kid. And so we had this project that was just like absolutely, even looking back on it as an adult, it was like obscene the amount of work that they wanted us to do. And I think it was just for the matter of like being disciplined and like proving to yourself that you could do it, but like at the same time, like let a kid be a fucking kid, man. So I fumbled the ball on that project because I was trying to come up with dance routines for the Spice Girl songs, you know, like I had other priorities.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So as consequence, my dad grounded me for the summer.
So
and
does
I
that mean
had
no more
to-
Spice Girls then? Like,
Yeah, like no music, no radio, no TV, no nothing, no phone, no yeah, like grounded. So at that point, you know, I had to like earn my way out of being grounded because I had Britney Spears tickets in August.
what was the plan?
It was
like
a pain in the dick.
What is your approach to handling that?
to like earning my way? I had to like do so many good things. Like I think I had to do like 20 good things and then get out of it. But then
Good things being like improve your grades or like
no,
doing
like
chores,
no, this was in the
you
summer
know?
when I was like
Oh, I
grounded.
see.
Yeah, kind of
So
like
you say
kind of
you
like
mean
chores.
like clean up around the house, cut the grass or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I
like
mean?
chores, like just
Yeah.
being a good person. But then if I picked on my like little brother and sisters, then they would all drop. I would lose all my rings like in the Sonic game.
Damn.
I know.
You have to like start
It was
over.
insane. It was insane.
How many siblings do you have?
4.
I see. And you're the oldest?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Word.
So,
Okay.
anyways, I got my way out of it and I went to the Britney Spears concert. But because I had so much free time, I was like reading a lot of magazines, and so I was like collecting all of these like little pictures of Britney Spears. So I put them all into like a poster board, that way that I could take it with me to her concert. Yeah, really exciting. And so I took it with me and I was so proud because these were like all the Britney Spears, and like I had the best Britney Spears pictures. I had pictures that nobody had ever even seen before.
Full
like
collage.
yeah, and this guy, and like so we're leaving the concert, and like I in my 11-year-old brain, this is how this went, is that like there was a dark alley and me and my dad are walking down and I've got my poster, and this guy like turns the corner and he was like, "Give me your Britney Spears poster." And I was like, what? Like, what's going on? So anyway, so like he talks to my dad, right? And like, so we find out that this guy works for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants my Britney Spears poster to be put into an exhibit there.
Are you serious?
Yes. And so
You
I'm
being
like,
dead ass
I
serious right now?
swear to fucking God, and I have it in a closet so I could show it to you. So I'm like, actually, there's proof. No, there's proof on my Instagram. So hang on a second.
That's
So,
wild.
No, it is. So my dad's like, do it, you know? Because like my dad's like obviously like an old school rock and roller. So he was like, do it. But I'm like, no, what are you talking about? I just worked so hard on like collecting all these Britney Spears pictures. Like these are the best pictures that anybody can come up with.
Hand
I'm just gonna
sourced. Yes, hand
I'm just gonna give
curated,
these
dude.
away.
Yeah,
And like my
yeah.
dad's like, do it. And I was like, my dad's like, okay, well, what if he just borrowed it? And I was like, so like against my own goodwill, I was just like, all right, fine, he can borrow it, but I'm gonna get it back. Like I'm not gonna. And they were like, okay, so they took my poster. They gave us like 2 free tickets to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I'm like leaving the concert, and I'm like, I'm pissed because that wasn't what I wanted to do. Well, my dad talked me into it, and he sees this lady in the parking lot, and he like flags her down, and like I thought it was one of like his friends or something, and so he was like, tell her about the concert, tell her about how you put your poster in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I was like, okay. So I just told this lady, like this random lady, about it, and like whatever. And then the next day my dad's like, you're in the paper. And I'm like, okay. So I was in the paper for telling this lady about like my time at the Britney Spears concert. So I like clipped it out, whatever, put it in a scrapbook. I'm
Synchronicities,
like,
bruh.
this is cool, you know?
It's working.
Well, I didn't realize at the time that it was Jane Scott. And if you don't know who Jane Scott is, she was the first, not only female, but she was the first music journalist. And she started in Cleveland. Yes. She's the first one that interviewed the Beatles. There's a bronze sculpture of her at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
heavy. That is
It's
heavy.
crazy.
Send me these photos after.
No, I will.
After this,
I will.
for
I
real,
will.
dude.
And it's
That's-
insane. And like, so recently, like, I don't know, like, I remembered that and I found the newspaper article and I was like reading about it because that's so fascinating. Right?
Yes.
And, okay,
Yeah,
well, listen.
yeah.
Listen to what is most fascinating about this is that she started in journalism. That was like what she always wanted to do. Like, never got married, never had kids. Like, just wanted to be a fucking journalist.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't start her music journalism like what she was a trailblazer in her job for until she was 47 years old.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. I'm
Right?
just saying it's
That's
like
dope.
the thing that like made her her, that like made her this fucking icon. She didn't do that until she was almost 50.
Dude, I really feel like a lot of people, they like fizzle out or like they lose grasp of their dream, you know?
Yeah, for
At a
sure.
certain point. I don't know if it's when they hit their 30s, maybe even like mid 20s. I don't know where.
Well, I think it
somewhere
goes-
in there they like lose
I think
it.
it goes back to like what we were talking about before, whereas like you play in these scripts that people tell you that you're supposed to play in.
Mhm.
And the next thing you know, it's 10, 15, 20 years down the line and you are still in that script.
And
then
you don't
it's like,
have to stay in the mold. You can break
you
the fucking
don't,
mold.
but
you know
if
what
you've
I mean?
been in that
Like,
mold for 20, 30 years, how do you break out of that? Because you've never done it any other way.
Right. Right. Or the Matrix, I suppose, as they.
Or you
No, I've
didn't,
never
like, you
even
just-
tasted it. Honestly, it's traumatic things with family members. And
That's
I'm
what I was gonna say.
I will never end up like you. And then that was like one
Yeah.
of like my main things. I'm like,
No,
I'm
that's
gonna just
fair.
channel my creative energy into not being that.
Yeah.
Put it somewhere
Yeah,
else. You know?
yeah.
But
yeah,
iced tea
I
is
respect
diet,
it.
So I got Arizona. If you want some Arizona, dude.
Oh, cool.
For
I
real.
love it.
Also, quick shameless plug, y'all. I make a lot of furniture from recycled and reclaimed products, wood and metal. So
Oh my.
I got picture frames made from pallet wood. You may have that.
Wow. This is
And
so cool.
These other picture frames here, these other picture frames are made from recycled skateboards. So I host art exhibitions and stuff. I was selling these at the Fairport Harbor Farmers Market. These are typically going for $30 per frame.
Wow.
I got another stack of decks inside, and I got my personal art in
Where
there
do
too.
you get the skateboards
yeah.
from?
Me. I skate a lot, and then a lot of the homies just mail me their stuff. Yeah. And then like,
do you
dude,
go
I'm-
through skateboards that quick?
Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't
Oh, yeah.
really know.
For people that are like actually active in the scene, I suppose. And then
Like, how quick
because-
do you go through a skateboard?
It'd take somebody about a month and a half. About a month and a half if you're like really sending it. And then like
Really?
honestly, dude, oh hell yeah.
But aren't
Yeah.
those expensive?
Now they are, which is why I've
But
been
weren't
able to
they
increase
before?
the price. Before in like 2010, right, Jordan?
No,
About,
I'm
like,
talking
2010,
about
it was
like, well, you said you're 30,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Okay,
so back
yeah.
in the day,
so
dude-
I'm 38.
okay.
So,
So, it's,
like,
they used to go for 25 or 30 for a deck. Now today,
but then don't you have to buy like the
oh yeah,
wheels
grip
or
tape,
whatever?
trucks,
Okay,
wheels,
yeah.
the whole thing. So out the door, you could spend maybe like
Oh, so
130
it's
for
just
a
the
complete.
deck that you're replacing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not everything, just the deck.
Gotcha.
Just the deck itself.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I was also making charcuterie boards, rolling trays for people. I smoke weed. I keep it pseudo psychedelic sometimes, but
Whee.
no alcohol. But yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair.
that's for you. And then yeah, dude, if you want any of these, I got grape, I got green tea. Any of these, I
Let's.
got Arnold Palmer's.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Big shout out, by the way, to Lake Effect Skate Collective. That's my boy Jonas's company. This is him, literally in the frame. What up, Jonas?